positive, upbeat and constructive. The US assessment of this extraordinary meeting, a thawing of ties between two foes, on ice since Russia invaded Ukraine. Kyiv on the agenda, but not in the room.
The goal is to bring an end to this conflict in a way that's fair, enduring, sustainable, and acceptable to all parties involved. What that looks like, well, that's what the ongoing engagement is going to be all about.
Russia's top diplomat called the 4-hour discussion in Saudi Arabia useful and gave an indication of Moscow's red lines on Ukraine.
We explained today that the presence of troops from NATO countries, but under a foreign flag, under the flag of the European Union or under national flags, it doesn't change anything in this regard. This is, of course, unacceptable to us.
Ominous words for Ukraine's president, putting on a brave face on a visit to Turkey. Volodymyr Zelenskyy wants British and other foreign forces on the ground to secure any ceasefire deal. In a sign of his displeasure at the talks between Washington and Moscow, he ditched a plan to travel on to Saudi Arabia.
I
am convinced that for Ukraine and for our region, for Europe, it is critical that any negotiations to end the war are not happening behind the backs of the key parties affected by the Russian aggression.
In central Kyiv, a memorial to those who gave their lives fighting Russia's invasion. A reminder, too, of the role America has played in supporting Ukraine. It makes the actions by Donald Trump all the harder for Ukrainians to understand.
What they're doing is crazy because it's our problem. It's a problem between us and this country, Russia. And if they don't want to talk straight with us, this is really strange.
Unfortunately, in our world, I'm afraid it's not democracy already, but it is a power of strongest. It is pity. It is big pity.
Washington's new envoy to Ukraine is due here in the coming hours, but Keith Kellogg may well receive a frosty reception. President Zelensky's decision to head home rather than go to Saudi Arabia sends the clearest possible signal that he's not joking when he says Ukraine will never accept any peace talks that happen without its direct involvement. This country does want an end to Russia's war, but it needs clear guarantees Vladimir Putin won't attack again. Otherwise, all this sacrifice would have been in vain. Deborah Haynes, Sky News, Kyiv.